Good morning, YouTube. How's everyone doing today? Here we are. Man, the market just won't stop moving to the upside. This is NASDAQ on the left. This is gold on the right, because I'm kind of interested in gold a little bit. Yeah. So what's funny is that yesterday, honestly, gold was a cleaner trade. I got stopped out of my gold short, and then I flipped long, and the longs worked out pretty cleanly. So maybe I'll start trading gold soon. I don't know. I'll show that on my charts in a minute, what I ended up doing. But man, NASDAQ just keeps running. ES keeps running. You know, yesterday I wanted to close below this for shorts. Didn't happen. Then we had that little divergence there with ES, and then we pushed up again during the afternoon. But honestly, I don't even think the longs were that easy. I've heard people getting stopped out of the longs. Now we're above yesterday's high, and it's a hard, it's like I don't want to be shorting this, but it's a hard area to try to find longs too, because it's just how do you manage your risk, right? Good morning. Yes. Yeah, Powell's speaking again today, 10. I'm not really so interested in this market so much today. Let's see. Faina says that, yeah, she was trying a long, but it worked, but the spikes were knocking people out of trades. You had to trail carefully, yeah. Definitely. It's definitely a tricky market. Let me think here. Let me see here. My little gold. So, I mean, everybody saw it. Was like, it's kind of interesting, though, how if you hear any noise, it's a seaplane outside. It'll pass in a few moments, but what was good is that, right, yesterday I tried the shorts, and I was in it forever. Honestly, the gold was taking a long time, and then, failed to break that down during that 15-minute candle. Then the next one, I said if it closed above this 15-minute here, and that would mean that there was an inversion on the 15, and I would get out. So literally on that closure, I closed my position, and I honestly waited for more confirmation later for like a breaker. So I've waited until this high got taken out later to join long. So then I was like, okay, well, if I got stopped out, then I said yesterday, that would mean that's the beginning of the reversal. And honestly, though, this I longed, and I was in it forever. Simply just got long somewhere around, let's see, 50%, right? Retracement there. And I was up at the computer until like 2:15, and then I had a spa appointment. I was like, all right, whatever. I put my OCO order, sell stop, TP, and it went until like 4 or something, and then it closed. And then after hours, since I didn't get to my profit, and we had expanded again here. What was nice here is actually, I'll finish this review in a second with that. I got filled in pretty much at like the low there, because I just put in a fill at 50%. And same thing, I didn't even watch this at all. I walked away and I kind of forgot, not gonna lie. I forgot I had that's the beauty of not having a lot of size in. These are just micros, but I made like $500 on this move after hours. And I didn't have to monitor it at all. So, I mean, we'll see. Some people are telling me that gold is a nasty mover. that I'll regret it in the future if I start trading gold. We'll find out. But we're not gonna like rush into things with heavy leverage. Because gold is futures are already leveraged, so you don't have to be leveraging even more. So what did you guys vote about? Everyone's bullish today. 59% bullish. How do you trade this NASDAQ price action? Carefully. I don't know, because we have Powell speaking. It's not really my favorite type of vibe. You look sad, Tanya. Smile, please. Maybe I'm just focused. Jeez. I'll smile when I get a banger trade, bro. The fuck? Oh, I'm kind of interested in gold a little bit. Because we reached this SIBI. Sold off. Close below this now. With displacement. So that's nice. This might have been the silver bullet there. I could find another one if it continues. So we'll see at the open, which is now, by the way. To be honest, I feel like gold's just easier to trade on the 5. I mean, everything's easier to trade on the 5, but we'll see. NASDAQ, whoa. Surprise, surprise, we're just pumping. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. Got to pump it up. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. Just freaking pumping, innit? Innit, mate? Innit? Just pump it towards all-time highs today. Look at the daily on NASDAQ here. You know, we're on the 3rd day up. All-time highs about 350 points away. Next buy side's about 220 points away. I'm just gapping and going. Yeah, you did have gold. I guess I missed this. It was at 920. Who's talking? NASDAQ. I'll watch gold on the side, and then I'll have ES up on the main like normal. Maybe I should start trading platinum, like my friend Tori trades. Someone said they caught that gold short on the 15th second. That's wild. Alex goes, please don't treat gold as NASDAQ. It won't go well. Oof. Scary words. I'm scared. Honestly, I feel like the breaker blocks work well on gold. I feel like that's just like a no-brainer vibe. Just do the breaker blocks and go to sleep. Or market maker buy or sell models. Let's put up those RTH hours in both of the indices. Someone said, "Oh, NAS 100 already hit all-time highs. WTF?" Yeah, that's why you don't trade NAS 100. You should just trade the indices, because NAS 100 isn't accounting for like contract adjustments and whatever else. Make sure BADJ is on, adjust for contract changes. I think yesterday I had it off, and that's why I was confused for a second about the all-time high thing. NASDAQ, my beautiful NASDAQ. She's so strong. She's a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Just pumping on her own. I kind of like making look. I'm gonna look on the 5 and see if gold makes like a more obvious like silver bullet situation. Like another one, because I missed the last one at the open. It kind of just dumps without me. I'll be like whatever, but we'll see. I feel like with NASDAQ, lots of times, you can just go ahead and find an approximate entry, or because you know that it won't retrace, but like I've seen gold retrace and give you that entry. So Tanya, hello. Trade NASDAQ, but do your analysis on TradingView futures. Yeah. You should always be doing your analysis on this like continuous NQ futures contract. People using hats in rooms thinks it's cool or what? Yeah, I'll wear my hat in my room in my apartment. Thanks very much. Were you offended? Oh, was I being too loud? In the apartment I rent, on my stream, on my channel? Nasdaq will go down, question mark, says Remy. I don't know who told you that. Did Powell call you up and tell you that? Hi, Tanya, does your family know you trade? If so, what do they think? Yeah, they know I trade. I have like a uncle that trades, so not to be like Tori trades. He's my godfather though. So it wasn't like they knew what it was and that you could make a living from it. But my mom is like very averse to risk, so she didn't love it, especially when I was in the part of where I was losing money. So they were worried about me, rightfully so. But thankfully they never like pressured me. So. I'm not making a podcast with my uncle. He didn't teach me anything. I tried. That's that thing. He didn't teach me anything. Papa ICT taught me everything. I should have a podcast with ICT in person. What do you guys think? Because those videos actually are doing well. All those like trader talks on my playlist. That's why I'm happy to see those do well because, I think I provide some value there and I ask some pretty good questions to these verified, tested traders that I trust. Everyone's saying yes. Sarah Gonzalez is referring to yesterday, saying, yes, if you did, I would shoot myself. That's funny. Don't shoot yourself. Stop being so dramatic. Let's not get dramatic here. We're not NASDAQ. Look how crazy that is. Like, this is yesterday's high. We're so far above it. We're 100 points above it. We just retraced like 6 points into that gap up. Papa Powell was speaking at 10 a.m. today, but he's just testifying at the Senate. Yesterday he testified at the House of Reps. So I think it'll be kind of similar to yesterday. Honestly, I think today's going to be a kind of a similar vibe to yesterday. I might just grind back and forth for the first hour and a half and then probably move after 11. NASDAQ. Let's see ES here. ES is much closer to yesterday's high. Vibes. Just retested. Previous day high. PDH. Previous day high. Pal's got a tough job. I mean, what's his salary? I feel like he's got a good pay. Jerome Powell salary. $250,000 per year. Boeing CEO, 32 million. Oh, you guys, you know what happened is that I changed one of my flights on the coming back from Croatia. Just logistically. And it ended up being such a good thing that I did, because I'm no longer flying in a Boeing. It's an Airbus, so I'm safe. Yash Gadavi says, what happened to you and Lumi streaming together off the table for now? Oh, she said she would text me. I mean, also, though, honestly, it's been back and forth between us. It's like one of us, she'll text me, and then I'm kind of swamped, or I'm really scheduled a lot, because I had a lot of streams I was guests on, right? I was a guest on. So, I was like a guest on. I'm always a guest on Ninja Trader. I was a guest on Trade If I was a guest on My Fun and Futures. So I just couldn't fit her in. Also, I had a couple of guests. And then we'll have something coming up. Before I leave to Croatia, I should do. You know what? Is that I've been in Florida so many times, and she's like, oh, come to this area. That's the place where, I don't know, where they shoot those rockets into the sky, wherever that is. And that's not really South Florida, so I'm not in her area. She should come to New York, and we should do it in person, honestly. But we can do virtual first. Make a stream of Lambo Raul. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that one. Thanks, though. I actually saw Lambo Raul in downtown Miami, or whatever. It was the fashion district, whatever that area is called. I just saw him on the street. It's kind of funny. Croatia's fine, but expensive nowadays. You can't put a price on family. That's why I'm in New York City. It's a tax. It's a family tax. Your family is living somewhere expensive, then you got to do it. Anyway, I don't care. Croatia's beautiful. I haven't been there in a few years, so it's gonna be fun. I'll go all over every time, because my family's from all over, so I'll go to a couple islands. I'll be in the capital, around the capital also, and I'm gonna be in Dubrovnik. I haven't been in Dubrovnik since 2016, so that'll be good. And Mljet National Park. It's a really good island. How do you feel about your next mayor? Bro, I voted against communism yesterday, to be clear. I walked out in the 100-degree heat. I'm not about it. I don't understand how we can just elect someone that's been a citizen for 7 years. What does he know about New York, dude? If he's, I don't know. I can't. Coming from, my family left communism to come to the U.S., it's why? Why are we instituting some of these policies that will not work? Putting a rent freeze is not going to work. Straight up is not going to work. You need to build the supply more. Will you vote Sliwa instead in general? Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I did when Eric Adams was running for mayor. I voted Sliwa. But New York is so democratic, so doubt it's going to... He lost last time against Eric Adams. So it's a tough race. I mean, I'll still vote for him. But I'm very pessimistic. Basic economics not understood by many. Thanks, Tanya. Yeah. People like vote for things that just sound like it's better, but it's not going to work in practice at all. I mean, it's just like when you ask those politicians like that want free healthcare, and you're like, okay, how are you going to pay for that? And they're just like, we're going to tax the rich. Yeah, okay, buddy. Like you mean the rich that like gave you millions of dollars in donations, that used the tax cuts that you created for them? Or what are you going to do when the rich, they just like leave? Like, let's say I could move to Jersey City or whatever. I know people have done that too, just to avoid that like 4% tax. Whatever. Anyway, that's enough politics, but you know, I'm anti-communism, pro-capitalism. New York is the most capitalist city in the world. How are you gonna be like that? I don't know. So, we gotta see. That's pretty much every politician, except for they just use whatever buzzwords are gonna get them votes. Did he start speaking yet? No, it's 9:50. Well, thankfully now we're at least filling the gap a little bit. Here in ES. You know, I'm kind of just gonna look for ways to get long. I don't know how. Maybe we'll find some SMT, or I'll find a way to short gold this morning. I'm kind of just waiting for like another breakdown on gold to confirm, so I can join the trend. Powell in 9 minutes. Here comes macro madness. Yeah, that's like that. That's like it's in Germany. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole. I mean, Germany closed down all its like nuclear power plants, and you see what happened. Then Russia felt comfortable enough to invade Ukraine because it's supplying all of the oil to Germany. So they're like, oh yeah, they're not gonna do anything. They can't do anything because we supply them their energy now. Like everyone says nuclear is good, and then no one wants it, and then they close it down and whatever. There's a whole, that's a whole nother issue with power. That's why they're moving to Florida. Yeah, everybody, and all the New Yorkers moving to Florida. Communists hate capitalism but love capital. You know, like, it's funny how you don't hear the major corruption scandals in the media recently, like with the, for example, the humongous U.S. aid scandal. They pled guilty, like, to $500 million in corruption. And there's no headlines about it. The only thing is on it, like, the Department of Justice. Let me see. Let me pull it up for you guys. There you go. U.S. aid official and 3 corporate executives plead guilty to decade-long bribery scheme involving over $550 million in contracts. 2 companies admit criminal liability for bribery scheme and securities fraud. And that's all the stuff that, like, you know, they're trying to get rid of. You know? Trump gutted that agency recently, so good for that at least. None of this is in the news, by the way. If you go to Google and you search that up, oh, now finally there is one. Oh, finally. Okay. All right, finally they actually updated some. Thank God. But when I was searching it before, it was only the justice.gov. Look at this. Where is it here? What did he get? It was like... He got like NBA tickets or something. It was fun. It was crazy. Here. Regularly funneled bribes, including cash, laptops, and thousands of dollars in tickets to a Sweden NBA game, a country club wedding, down payments on 2 residential mortgages, cellular phones, and jobs for residents. Bribes offered more than approximately $1 million as part of the scheme. Crazy. These all guys, yeah, they all pled guilty. So they're going to prison. Have they been sentenced yet? No. I'm gonna put an alert on the recent low on gold to see if it will have more downside or not. Val speaking here. 10. This is not something I want to be shorting. We're holding up yesterday's high and just retracing into gap up. Q is still incredibly strong. Look at this hourly FEG here for NASDAQ. It didn't even get back into it. ES did. So we'll see. What's going to go on? NASDAQ. Let me put up YM here. It's not in mainstream media news, though. Barely saw anything about that. I just saw it on Twitter. Twitter's the best news source. You saw Trump going to speak at NATO? Yeah, that was the funniest thing ever. He was right, though. He dropped that F-bomb. That was so funny. He was like, they don't have any effing idea what they're doing. Someone asked me what Twitter pages you look for news on. For like just that mainstream media news, it'll just pop up on my feed. I built that feed brick by brick. But for market news, I'll look at Walter Bloomberg, and then I'll look at fast stock news or fast market stock news, something like that. Yeah, fast stock news with an extra S. And then Walter Bloomberg. It's D-Ida 1. He's talking about Zelensky right now. Zelensky says meeting with Trump was substantive, discuss ceasefire and real peace. SMT check the 1 minute. I don't really care that much about if it's like an intraday low like this. This isn't even like a swing low. In my humble opinion, the body is lower. I don't really care if it is. I only care if it's like an SMT versus if that's an SMT that we if we made a new RTH like low on the day and the other didn't. Sure, actually. But this one's not that interesting to me. Like that. No. Maybe I should. We'll see. But I don't. I'd rather see something better than that. Something more obvious, like a pre-market low, London low, previous day low. Like the other day when we got longs, it was pretty obvious. On Monday, right? It was like an hourly SMT. Here. This. And this. Oh, gold might be making a new low soon. Low in the day, maybe. We'll see how this closes. Gold is honestly kind of, since 9:30, it's been pretty back and forth too. Anyway, back to watching this. I already know it's going to be a crappy vibe action today, so kind of just showing up to get some experience down and build patience. And maybe there'll be a setup. But I honestly feel like it's going to be crappy. Someone said I'm a fan of Tate. I'm not a fan of Tate. I don't really know anything much about him. I don't follow his stuff. Kind of neutral, not pole, not bullish, Tate, not bearish. I'm just neutral. I think it's so weird that he met up with Bonnie Blue. What the hell is that? That's actually weird as hell. That's not on his brand at all. So maybe I'm anti-Tate because I'm anti-Bonnie Blue. That kind of crap. Let's see YM. What are we up to? YM and RTY. We gotta have you guys up at the same time. Lovely. YM never took out yesterday's high. Nasdaq. And RTY also never took out previous day high and even previous week high. It's on the way there. Did YM take out previous week high yesterday or not? I missed it by a tick. Wow. It's making those equal highs to be taken later. Okay, yeah, gold did not take out that low. So, it was getting close to it, but it didn't. Gold's reaching back up higher. Yeah, that short not confirmed then. Honestly, I'm looking like why I'm on the 15-minute, and it almost looks like that's a better short idea than anything else, because at least that's making consistent lower highs and lower lows. See how it reacts from this 15-minute FEG there, but it didn't take out. It has an SMT with the two ES and NQ. And the first 15-minute candle here did break lower. Well, you just do wonder though how like where would you short that to? Like, even it made an equal high here. Like, I feel like it's just pausing until it'll take it out later. I don't want to short with equal highs above.
Connection.
Okay, we're back. Thank you on hourly, 4 hour. What up? What up, Flash Golden? Jafar says terrible day for indices. Yeah, I don't see a trade out right now. We could not hold below on gold, so I didn't. I was looking for another clean break of a low FEG to get in. We're popping up back higher on gold, so there's that market maker model is not really looking like it's going to complete at the moment. It's just really hard when you already reach into a 4-hour FEG here to want to short this, because what's your real aim for it? I don't think that we're going to get below yesterday's low. We had such a huge pump. $417, 4117. Nah, I don't think so. I think it's probably just likely going to hold and go for those equal highs, YM. I don't want to counter trend trade. It's better to just wait for some sort of SMT and just go for longs, or failed breakdown, go for longs. That's the kind of vibe I do when we're at all-time highs or near all-time highs. All these gap ups, do you think we'll fill in the next week or so? Gap ups can be filled months later, and some can just never get filled, you know? So it's not really good to be anticipating that to always happen. Yesterday we barely did any of that. Yeah, I do leave on BADJ and settlement. So it's like getting long type vibes after this mess breaks up. Yeah, I think that it's probably gonna be like yesterday. Yeah, the move's like after 11. What time did the move stood upside start yesterday? Yeah, after 11. This was 11. Oh my gosh, you guys remember? I was like actually considering a short here, and then I was like, oh well, already that wick held on that 15-minute. That was actually, yeah, that showed that its hand then, and it held up after it broke the last swing high. Just grinded and grinded. Honestly, that's kind of the vibe now. It's just like wait for the manipulation, get long, and just hold. Hold. It grinds up slow too, though. It's just like a hold. Carson Football says he's bearish. Yeah, I think actually most of the chat was bullish this morning. It was like 60-something% bullish. So maybe this is the SMT now. And Q took the slow. It's kind of early though. It's 10-11. Chad Lennox says, yes, pyramid and get rich. I love pyramiding when it's like good in market environments, but recently it's like to pyramid is really hard. Because you end up kind of, raising your cost basis, and then you end up getting stopped break even or something. If you pulled the stop up to break even too quick. But pyramid is definitely the way I made the most. All my biggest trades are from pyramids, which means just adding to your winners, right? Yeah, gold is not looking like it's gonna break down lower. Indices slowly been grinding lower. ES is not taking the new low of day, so I'm gonna have like an alert if NQ gets back above here. I don't know. Kind of feel like the vibe is probably gonna happen more at 11. I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Did the chair hold down the fort? Did you guys hold down the fort? What happened? Nah, you guys made another low. Damn it. Hey, we're in that hourly FEG now for NASDAQ. I don't know how deep this is gonna go. That's what she said. The next 4-hour candle is at 2. Next hourly candles later. We'll see at 11. Someone said, Cherish took a short. That was awesome. That's nice. Dudes, we've been kind of just wicking. Wick. Wicks be wicking. What's the daily look like? We're still green. Where's today's low? Today's open on the daily. 412. Dude, what if we wick this and come back up? I don't know. That would be like a massive of an upset. I don't even think that's gonna happen. It's tough. This market's tough right now. I don't see a great edge, so we're here to practice patience and waiting for a good setup because there's no point otherwise. Took out this previous hourly low on ES now and on NASDAQ. Cool. But we'll see how we fare versus that. Dom trades said, bro, this chick can't trade. Dom, what's your trade right now? Let us know. It's okay, he didn't get enough attention from mommy growing up. Probably has mommy issues. When the price action is boring, I'm free to read the chat. Be careful, you'll get roasted. La la la. Ayah. Well, we're below the 8:30 and 9:30 open for ES. YM has broken new low of day. Actually, I'm happy about that. So that's all. I'll add that to my notes. It's just like a YM weaker and retrace to 50%. That was probably the play there. That was probably a cleaner one. I'm gonna start trading YM too. Pretty solid. someone did just short that, right? Let's say. Yeah, you just have to take on YM like a 15-minute play or like a 5-minute. It's 1.5 to here. I'm building up my, like, what is it called? Playbook. Building up my playbook. I'm writing this down. Okay. It's 10:23. Every time I cough, people ask if I smoke. I don't know, dude. I just cough in the morning. I don't smoke. I don't smoke that za. Dude, I drink electrolytes every morning. I add Saratoga water and I add electrolytes. Do you think I'm smoking za? And I do personal training twice a week now. An hour long, full body fitness. Maybe. That makes sense if that's the SMT. I can see it. We'll just have to see if it is. Maybe it is. It's a nice pop-up since then. See if we can get back above 9:30, 8:30 open. We need to break some highs then, you know? We gotta start breaking highs. We just had a NASDAQ took out new low day, ES didn't. And honestly, it was a pretty, I'm sure if I put up the volume indicator, it would be probably higher than normal, higher than average. Yeah. It was higher than average. It's funny. Interesting market maker. I'll maybe check it out if I have time. Is it on your channel? Or is it on Twitter? Send me an email. La, 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 la. What's the hourly look like right now? Yeah, cool. We'll see if it ends up holding, you know. So far, we are holding the hourly on ES and on NQ. Came probably within yesterday's midpoint body on ES. Something like that. 15, 5 minute. Yeah, we did. And on NASDAQ, probably the same. Oh no, NASDAQ's really holding up well. I don't know. I don't know why someone would really. I wouldn't. I'm personally not shorting that. I'm making notes though. Like I would want a long. I'd want a long NASDAQ. We'll see if this SMT is. If it makes a lower low, you know, it hasn't confirmed longs at all. It can continue kind of. Yeah. We're a long ways from 11. Honestly, what I've noticed is that if we're going to chop the first hour, you could honestly tell too, because we have an expansion during London or Asia, right? Then it's likely going to chop around the first hour. And then you have like a nice move after 11. Gold's not giving me nothing either. Go on, girl, give us nothing. CCL. I'm going to start trading Euro too. Why not? Euro. Let's add everything. Let's get back into trading stocks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to overtrade. This kind of environment, you don't want to overtrade things. So I wouldn't start trading like a bunch of different stocks too. If like NASDAQ's poo-poo, why am I going to like start trading Tesla, really? This kind of environment's actually worse for options because it's consolidating and you're racing against time. You have to be right on timing and the direction. So let's see. I think this is, I feel like today's the low volume day so far. There's not a lot of market participation. Yes, it's pretty thinly traded. You have so many volume imbalances here, 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 here. So far, the SMT is holding. We did not make a new low. Let's see if we can start breaking short-term highs or something. Do we have an inversion maybe on NASDAQ? On like, where's this last FEG here? It's trying to start doing it. It's trying to start. It's trying. These are trying times. See a 2 minute here. I don't see why not. Broke another high. 2 minute potential inversion soon. Potential 1 minute FEG forming. We'll see. Still got a minute left in this 2 minute. How are you guys doing? You guys take a trade yet? I'm probably going to look to enter long soon. I think that's a good long area. Yeah, I'm gonna try those longs right there. I hit buy bid, we'll see. Okay. In position long. My stop's at the SMT low. I just see us breaking highs. We have an FEG there. That was a nice wick there. I think that we're just gonna end up grinding, and I don't want it to start just expanding here and not be part of it. We have an inversion on the one that already happened or something like that. We took out previous candle, hourly candle low, SMT. Yeah, let's get it popping. I would just take it off at the high. I mean, that's where I think a lot of people's stops are. Yeah, we're starting to now confirm on the 2 probably. That's what I was envisioning. We're just grinding back and forth a lot, that after this inverts on the 2, maybe it'll have to be like a wider stop. Or it just won't return or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm in longs. Long and strong. Long like Donkey Kong. You're having a nice reaction there at the hourly fair value gap. And I just, like I said, I do not want to be shorting something like this. So I think I'm more likely on the chance that that's the low of the morning, and it's probably a good idea to be in longs now. It'd be really nice to break this high next. Then you'll have a breaker. At this point, this low should stay intact. So actually my stop is pretty tight here. And if we start expanding now here, soon, that could be a good vibe. Because we already balanced this now. We overlapped this on the 2. I honestly think that, yeah, we definitely shouldn't come back to here. I honestly think that we probably shouldn't even come back to this 88.5. See? It's coming back. Wicking. It's a dangerous wick. It's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This is an 18-point stop. It'd be nice to start expanding, yeah? After we take this high, I'd definitely put stop break even. Even if we take this high again, maybe. Honestly. Don't really love that there's that ES is a little bit weaker here. Again, I'm wicking this area. It's collecting more orders, you guys. I don't want to get wicked. Make sure I don't get wicked out of that. The low, 75.5. Yeah. It looks fine, though. Yeah, there we go. You got it, mate. You can go. Go at it. How's my screen looking? Yeah, it's good. We got NASDAQ on the left. NASDAQ on the right, ES on the left. Let's start breaking this high here, yeah? Yeah. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Definitely putting that stop now to this low. Here. 86.25. I'm not messing around with this market right now, seriously. It's just so easily. It could just so easily fall apart. Yeah, I don't like that wick there. Did ES take that high? Yeah. It's struggling, struggling. You got it, NASDAQ. She's on the boat to more happiness. You can take me higher. Where's the 10 a.m.? I mean, it's ugly, but it's holding, so Can't talk too much crap about it. Making my way uptown. Now it should hold above 930 open. Honestly, I think I can probably put my stop right at break even at this point. Where's my break even? Yeah, I could put my stop break even now. I don't want to be part of this if it comes back lower again. Maybe I'm trailing it too much, but I'm really not giving this market a lot of room for error, I guess. Because honestly, then, people on the short side are off sides. So this should start working up higher faster. We already broke this high. How much do we have to retrace? We're retracing into this. I mean, it's not even an order block anymore. So, yeah, if we come back deeper again into here, I don't want it to be. I don't want to be part of it. So it's good. It's below 50% of that inversion. It's below 930. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. It's below this too, right? Well, it's kind of in the midpoint, but whatever, it's fine. Looks fine. Yeah, we're starting to go. Yes, NASDAQ, you can do it. Pump it up, please. Let's do it, you guys. Let's go, let's pop it. Pop it up. Let's go, Nazi. Yeah. Okay, stop breaking and I'll just let this work out to new high of day. Like I said, this is the kind of market where I just want to hold the longs. Yeah, I just want to hold the longs even if it takes a while. I longed it here. Nice. Pump it up. All the shorts are offside. Squeeze them out. Squeeze the shorts. You got it, NASDAQ. Pump it. Everybody clap your hands. Clap your hands. You guys, if we all clap our hands, we'll get there faster. Clap your hands. I mean, we waited. Finally got that SMT. Called the low of the day. Position myself in here. Here we go, back at 10 a.m. open. Nice. We're back at this this hourly now. It's turned itself. Almost green. Yeah, I'm gonna hold this. I imagine a lot of people are off sides now. Why do you prefer NQ over the quarterly contract? So I don't have to roll over. That's why it'll update. So now let's just, watch this. We broke this. We made a breaker. So you kind of have breaker. I like for my breakers to be blue. Breaker, fair value gap, order block. This should all hold up. If it doesn't hold up, market's a scam, you guys. Plus you have order block here. You have 930 open here. Yeah, I'm holding my break even in. And I'm going to hold for this new high of day. Brother, no! If market's a scam, you guys. I got stopped out break even there. Oh well. That's all she wanted to do. Not enough people. Not enough of you guys clapped your hands for me. Yeah, that's why I said I'm not giving this market a lot of room. I put my stop break in real quick. Brother, please. Oh well. What was like the high there? I got like 30 points off NQ. Whatever. I'm fine with that break even. Still gonna be. I guess we just wait for 1050 macro. That's a shitty market, dude. Because in a good market, that would be a nice sensitive area. We continue making those higher lows and just speed up quickly. Oh well. Unbelievable. Whatever. Let's see here. I would think that this low should stay intact if the longs are still going to be good. This is the low that like there was quite a reaction from, and we completely filled this FEG, and then maybe that this is just a BS like pullback, making another short-term low to the right of it. However, I'm trying to think about a way to get back in the long, and I don't know if that's going to be even an easy feat to do if it does reconfirm. I don't think that it would reconfirm an easy way. So let's see if this low gets violated. Oh, it got violated. Violated, yeah. Oh my gosh, this market just turned on a dime. We can't have nice things. All right, I'm glad for that trade management, you guys. That was, how long was that trade? In that trade more? 11 minutes or so, right? Or a little bit, probably less. I think yeah, something like that. I think I longed here. Or here. Okay, 10 minutes. I'm fine with not partialing there too, because in this kind of market, honestly, there were a lot of times where we were respecting, we fly up higher. So the RR was totally there. This, this broke. It's not looking good. Probably new low is going to get taken soon. I don't really want to flip though. Hourly is not really showing me to flip. So sad. Too bad. So sad. No. Anyway, try to have some fun here. Try to have some fun. This is what happens. You try to have some fun, but whatever. That stops at break even, then we could have some sing-alongs. But honestly, what the unbelievable. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. Papa. What did Powell say, dude? Did he sneeze? I think Trump farted. They have no idea what the F they're doing. Oh man, that was so funny. That was so funny. I looked up, has there ever been like a president that dropped an F-bomb or something? I think he's the first one. And all the other examples were, it was like, oh, George Bush called like a reporter and like a jackass under his breath talking to his VP. And it was like picked up. Yeah, dude, unfortunately this is kind of trashy. It's kind of trashy. She's a hoe today. When your hoe tells you she don't want to be your hoe no more. The Office. Castillo said that the past president of the Philippines dropped an F-bomb to Obama. That's crazy. It's funny. Was he talking to Obama, but did he say F Obama? Yeah, look at that. Horrible. Yes, that's just like no volume there. Well, that was honestly, let's see, 4 hours making an inside candle. Like, this is a hard market to be trading. If you're trading an inside candle, which means, you have a large candle typically before you, and this is within the range, it's going to be harder. It's going to be a harder task at hand. Because typically the next one is within it. Because look here, for example, this is a really large candle. This next one was within that range. This one, well, it took this high and then, yeah, smaller range. Nasdaq, you hoe. Why are you choosing violence today? I'm not even salty, I'm just making jokes, but like, yeah, I got stopped out break even there. It's hard to really look at this and think there's a clear direction. Nobody wanted to be a buyer here, apparently. Oh, this did look good. Yeah, I was like, this was looking juicy. We closed above this. Yeah, that breaker FEG order block swing low duo going on. So I was like, yeah. Typically this low would even hold, But nah, it's choosing violence today. What are the other indexes doing? The Dow rejecting a 15-minute order block. Didn't take that high out. Okay. It's not a lot of movement. How much movement have we had? What's the range since the open? I feel that's not much of a range, right? 85 points, you guys. That's a hard, in the first hour and a half of the day. Nah, that's a hard range to be trading. Let's see the daily. Yeah, I thought it would be totally fine to have more upside. This candle's not finished yet. We had these huge up days. There's always potential for a third up day. Especially this one was still in the range. So I'm still like not bearish, to be honest, quite honest with you. I just think maybe I'll have to wait for another purge over low, maybe another in the next hourly candle. Maybe that'll take some kind of low. Let me think for a moment. I want to see the ATR. Average true range. Let's see, 354, 350. Okay. $350, yeah, the average range of NASDAQ over the last 5 days has been 350. And this range right now is 160. So I would totally hold for a high day again, you know. In hindsight, I still wouldn't take a partial. Fine. Because if you get a good entry, yeah, I'd rather let that play out. So I guess wait for the next hourly candle. I'll look for another SMT. Because I mean, we've been seeing the real move starts at 11 or something like that, right? But yeah, pretty uneventful morning here. It's pretty uneventful, pretty ugly. Maybe the afternoon will be better. Maybe after 11 will be better. Still, I'm not bearish. We're coming in at 11. This SMT is held. We're having more SMTs even here within ES and NQ, right? Because what was okay, I put my stop there, but ES still took this out, yeah. But on the 2 minutes, probably like a swing low. Yeah. Yeah, ES holding up. It didn't take out that 1040 low. I kind of feel like it might just kind of grind up later in the day. That's my feeling. I'm trying to think of like how would I get involved with longs again? I think I'd really just have to wait for the next hourly open. And see what's up from there. And I would probably look for another SMT. Maybe it sweeps, like we're getting a lot of wicks, right? The wicks be wicking lately. Maybe there's another wick, especially maybe NASDAQ takes that previous hourly low and then has a pretty good reaction there. But other than that, like, it's not the easiest morning. Congrats if you found a trade today and you did well. It's was definitely not an easy morning. I think the only trade probably was this first presented FEG if you were bearish from here. But that's a difficult trade to be looking at for. And that's not my model. But yeah, what can I do? It was bullish, waited for the setup. The setup did not provide the speed to the upside. It was not a clean delivery, so didn't expect it to be either. So yeah. Good luck and good trading, you guys. Don't be a degenerate. See you back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. All right? Ciao.